Hi, welcome to NetSet OS. Today we will discuss a very important topic of probability and statistics, central limit theorem. Let's understand this with an example. Here we will take the height of population of one of the town of India, which is ranging approx from 140 to 175. If I draw the graph of this, we will get this kind of histogram. And if I smoothen it, this will a kind of this kind of graph. Here we have taken a practical measurement where we had x, which is a distribution of height of population. And if we see this graph, this is not a Gaussian graph. I can write it non-Gaussian. So here population is not normally distributed nor a Gaussian. Here if we want to answer a question, what percentage of population have height greater than 170? We won't be able to answer here in this graph. Here we'll be needing a Gaussian graph where if someone asks greater than 170, we can calculate its area and will be able to answer this. So as to make non-Gaussian to Gaussian, here comes a central limit theorem concept. So what is central limit theorem? Let's say we have x random variable which is non-Gaussian and it has finite mu and finite sigma square. So here we will take samples, sample size, let's say 30. These are 10 samples, then till 30 samples we have taken, and each sample will be a group of 1000. So till here x is a random variable where we have finite mu and finite sigma square. With this, where we have distribution of height of people. So here we have taken 30 samples and each sample has 1000 people where we need to calculate height. So here with 1000 people we will take a sample mean. Let's say x1 bar. Here we will have x2 bar, then x3 bar, then x4 bar. With this we will have x30 bar. Each 1000 group of people will have sample as x1 bar. So here we have made 30 samples from x1 bar to x bar 30. So here we have calculated 1000 into 30, approx 30,000 people height. So up till here we got x1 bar, x2 bar, x3 bar up till x30 bar. As we have calculated sample means, we will sum up all so that we will get xi, which is distribution of sample means. So we can say distribution of xi is equal to sampling distribution of sample means. Now we will understand this with a practical example. Up till here we have taken xi, which is the addition of all the sample means. Now when we plot this graph, here I'll get Gaussian, which has mu in center and it will be approx equal to mean of xi, and this mu will be the population mean. So we can say the sampling mean of sample mean is equal to normal distribution or a Gaussian distribution of mu, which is a population mean, and a variance upon n, where n is the sample size 30. So here central limit theorem states that distribution of people which has Gaussian will be having the population mean and the variance upon n, where n tends to infinity. But in practical world, n can be taken as greater than equal to 30. Now try to think of the more precise definition of CLT. Let's say x, random variable, is defined by some PDF with mu and a variance. Then no matter what the PDF is. So here PDF of sample means of x, which is xi, will be approximate a normal distribution with mu and a sigma square by n, where n tends to infinity. But in practical world, it is a rule of thumb that we can take n greater than equal to 30. Here we have taken n tends to 30. So the more number of samples we'll have, the mu will be somewhere equal to mean of xi. Let's take an example when we roll a dice. Imagine we are rolling a dice where we will be having 1 to 6 number on a dice, and we'll be rolling it a number of times. Here we are expecting to get an equal portion of each roll. For 1, there will be probability of 1 by 6. For 2, it's equally probable of 1 by 6. 3, 1 by 6. 4, 5 and 6 with 1 by 6. So we are expecting to get an equal proportion of each roll. Now we will take 2 dices. As I have also discussed in one of my videos about rolling of 2 dices. You can go through it. I have a series of machine learning basic. So coming back to rolling of 2 dices. Here if we roll 2 dices, the probability of 2 first will be 1 by 36. As there are 2 dices, 6 into 6 will be whole 36. So for getting 2, we can get by 1 on each dices. So it's 1 by 36. For 3, it will be 2 by 36. For 4, 3 by 36. And the major probability of coming 7 will be 6 by 36. Then it will decrement. So here the sample size was 2. So let's increase our sample size. While coming to n is equal to 3, here we'll be having 6 into 6 into 6 chances to get, which will be 216. Now when we see chance of 3, it will be somewhere 0.01. Then it will keep on increasing, and coming to 10 and 11, it is the maximum one. So it is somewhere going closer to Gaussian. Now when we increase the sample size, it will be somewhat more closer. So when we increase this sample size to 30, we will get a Gaussian. So here we can say the shape of distribution has gone from flat, which was on sample size 1, and coming to n is equal to 30, it was somewhere closer to normal distribution. So each time we are adding a dice, this distribution is getting closer and closer to normal. And this is because of CLT, which is central limit theorem.